Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone. Today our group are diving into the world of intention to create legal relations. Usually when a husband and wife make a promise, like promising to do a dishes or buy a gift, the law stays out of it. This was established in the famous case of Belfort and Belfort.
But what happened when the love is gone? Does the law still look the other way? In 1970, the case of Married and Married changed the game. It's a story of a mortgage and a signed piece of paper and a husband who tried to use his marriage as a get out of jail free card for a contract. Let's take you back to 1966, where the piece of paper changed legal history.
I'm moving out, Brenda. I'm going to live with another woman. Because there's no point in pretending anymore.
You can't just leave me like that. What will happen to this house? We still have 180 pounds of mortgage. I can't pay all of that loan and I won't live in uncertainty.
I will pay you 40 pounds a month, so you can use it to cover the mortgage. Once it's paid off, I will transfer my share of the house to you. It will be yours.
Okay, but I want that in writing, John.
Oh, come on. We are married. Isn't my word enough?
You're leaving me for someone else. Your words are not what it used to be. Your words are not enough, John. Please, write it down.
Okay, fine. I will write it down.
That's all.
Thank you. Now I have proof.
Brenda worked hard. She paid off that 118 pound mortgage entirely. And she went to the John and said, the house is mine now. Sign the deed.
I have paid all of the mortgage. Now I need you to sign the deed to our house.
I have changed my mind. That note I signed before this wasn't a contract. It was just a domestic arrangement, like me promising to take out the bills. You can't sue me for that.
And that is the legal issue. Did the parties intend to create a legal relation, or was this just a family agreement that the court shouldn't touch? This court is now in session for the case of Married and Married. We are here to determine if an agreement between husband and wife is legally binding contract during separation. Counsel, please begin the argument.
Thank you, Your Honor. The fact is, in 1966, Mr. Mary left the matrimonial home to live with another woman. He met Mrs. Mary and promised that if she paid off the remaining 118 pounds of their mortgage, he would transfer the house to her sole name. He even signed a written note to this effect.
It was not a deal, Your Honor. It was a discussion. I told her I would pay 40 pounds a month to help out. That's what husbands do, even when things go wrong.
That's not what you did, John. Your Honor, I asked him what will happen to our house. I just took his words like that, it will not provide me any security. So I asked him to write down on paper and sign one.
And that is the legal issue. Mr. Mary argues that under Balfour and Balfour, there is a presumption that domestic agreements, like those between spouses, are not intended to be legally binding.
Exactly. We were still married. The law should not interfere with the husband's promise to his wife. It was an informal arrangement. I should not be sued because I changed my mind later.
Mr. Murray, the law does protect the domestic harmony, but it also recognizes when the harmony has ended. Counsel, what is the court stand on separating couple?
Your Honor, the law states that when a relationship has broken down, the party no longer rely on honor or affection. They bargain at arm's length.
I wasn't relying on honor. Why would I? He was leaving me. I spent years working to pay off that 180 pounds of mortgage. I stayed in that house and worked hard to clear off the debt because I know I had a signed paper as security.
But Your Honor, look at the consideration. What did I get? She was already living in the house. She was supposed to pay the bills anyway.
That is where you are mistaken. By taking over mortgage payment entirely, she relieved of your obligation to the bank. Mrs. Mary, did you believe at the time that you could sue him if he broke the promise?
Yes, Your Honor. That's why I stayed and paid all of that mortgage. If I knew it was just an uncertain situation, I would have moved out and started a new life somewhere else.
This proves the objective test. Your Honor, any reasonable person looking at this situation, a husband leaving, a wife staying, a signed document, would conclude that they intended to keep legal relations.
I have heard the argument. It's time for court reasoning. Mr. Murray, the rule in Balfour applied to couple living in Amity. You were not in Amity. You were separating. Therefore, the presumption that this was a domestic arrangement is rebutted. Mrs. Murray, you provide valid consideration by fulfilling the mortgage payment. You relied on that document to your agreement. The agreement is a binding contract. The intent to be legally bound is clear from the circumstances of the separation. The written agreement is valid. It's not a mere common vehicle. Mr. Murray, the appeal is dismissed. You are ordered to transfer the property to Mrs. Murray immediately. The house belongs to her.
This case already defined how the law looks at the home.
It taught us that being married is not a loophole to escape the written contract.
It showed that when the trust is broken, the law provides a safety net through writing intent.
And it established that while the law stays out of happy home, it will step in to ensure fairness when a home breaks apart.